Hi everyone, welcome back. I've got these suntour forks, just need a bit of a tidy up. So there is some surface rust on the stanchions there, and also you can see the seals are a bit cracked, so they need changing, but I think they'll come up all right. So let's get down to it. So firstly, just two 10mm nuts here. I'm going to remove them and pull out the lowers. I'm just going to give these two threads a bit of a tap with this rubber mallet. Now I should be able to pull these out. And just have a better look now. Sometimes underneath your seals it can be rusted up quite bad, but these are mint underneath. So it's just this section here we've got to clean up. Bit of moisture in there, but definitely seen a lot worse. So I just want to remove the internals, but firstly I need to just remove this little nut here. Right, so I want to remove this lockout cap. I'm just putting it in the open position and just going to pull up. These are notorious for breaking, so I'm just being a bit careful with it. I don't want to use any tools if I can help it. So I've prized it off. Just got the screwdriver up inside this little bit and just tapped it up and it's come off. Luckily it ain't broke. So I can just go ahead now and remove this little part. A little Allen key, little 4mm. So if you have got this missing, you can just use a 4mm Allen key to adjust your lockout. And that's that. So we can now gain access to this little part what we've got to undo. So you can order this special tool off eBay. That's the part number FAA122 to remove them, which is good. I think it's about $5.99. I got my brother to 3D print me a socket version of it. I've got a couple of these spare because they are known to break as well. Right, put that on there. Usually undo quite easy. You see all that water coming out. And this is what collects up inside. A whole lot of water. So there's our big old spring. Nice and greased up. Like I said, I want to get these out because I know that there's usually water inside, so I want to give them a good old clean. So what I want to do now is just give these internals a good old dry clean up, get all that crap out, and then we can give these a clean as well. It's mad how much water was in it. Camera didn't catch it all. There was a good old fair amount in there. I'm just going to force a rag down and just turn it. They're actually quite clean. I think this is just a case of the forks have been left out in the rain for a while, which I could tell from the rest of the bike it came off. These was off a Carrera Vengeance e-bike. Okay, right, so you can see there's a little bit of pitting that started, but it really ain't too bad. So I'm just not going to use anything too abrasive. I'm just going to see how I get on with a bit of GT85 and a sponge, and see what we can get off before I start using anything abrasive like a wire wool. Because I don't actually have any wire wool, so a lot of it is just coming straight off. So that has got the majority of it off. You can see there's still some bits here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use this sponge with this abrasive edge just to get the rest off. And it shouldn't scratch the fork. That's coming off nice. Right, there we are. They're not perfect. There's still a few little bits on there and there is some scratches. But I'm just making sure it's all smooth so then new seals don't get wrecked pretty quick. Right, so to pop these seals out, I've got this motorcycle tyre lever tool. Let's see if we can just pop these out. These are in quite bad condition. So you can see the top of that's just come off. It's still left a seal inside. It's not quite thin enough to grip it. Oh, there we go. So that's all that out. And then see if we can get this side out in one. Yeah, there we go. Nice and easy. Just going to do the same again with the rag. Let's just give the insides a bit of a clean out. Just go again. See right down the bottom there, that crap. I want to get all that out as well. Nice. Come on, nice actually. One thing that's going to make these look a little bit pants is this rusty bolt here, so I'm going to take that out, give it a whiz with the wire wheel before we put that back in. So little things like that just makes them look, like I said, pants. I'll give them a clean as well. They're not too bad actually. thing that looks a bit poo is this rust at the bottom here. So I've just got the little abrasive wheel on the Dremel. See if we can remove it. It is coming off slowly. It's a bit better. Right, that's everything laid out and all cleaned up. The only thing that I need to find is one of these, the cable holder. As you can see, it's bossed. I'm quite pleased with them actually, they've come up nice. Where's our seals? We've got 2 new seals. These was off eBay. There's the part number, FAA125/40. And these are just for 28mm stanchions. So there's all sorts of different models on there, what they're for. And this particular model, NV, I think it's NVX, weren't listed there. So these were saying these weren't the ones, but as long as they're 28mm, they'll be fine. I've compared them to the originals and they're identical. So let's first of all get these installed, and then we can get everything put back together and see how they form. Right, so I'm just going to put a bit of grease just to help these seals in. Slap a bit in there. Right, see if we can just push these in. Okay. Push that in as far as I can with my hand. Pretty much got that one in all the way. Right, so these are just going to need a little tapping. So what I've got here is a 32mm socket. It just fits over the seal onto the where you need to tap it, so it's not going to damage anything. Yeah, I've pushed it on. It's gone all the way in. There we go. So I've not even had to, I might just give it a little tap just to make sure it's all the way in. Same with this side. There we go. So there's our seals in. Put a bit of grease. And put our lockout internal first. Right, so for the lockout internals, I'm just going to re-grease. Oh, bit of fluff. Right, that was in first. It's a shame I didn't get it in one. Same with the spring. Give that a clean, and then we can just slap a load of grease on it. Don't be shy. I'll grease the crap out of that. That can go in now. Hoping that that pin will find its way. Oh, nice. Right, always just make sure this is working before I put it back in. So if you screw it out there, you can see that's come out, so that will put pressure on the spring just to stiffen it up a bit. It don't do a lot, but it does something. So put it all the way back in, so it's just a bit easier to put it under the put it back in. Obviously you've got to push down a little bit to push that spring. Nip it up. This is probably overkill, to be honest. Why not, eh? Definitely ain't gonna hurt anything putting a bit of grease around all this. Slap it on with a paintbrush. Right. That's that bit done. Okay, so we've put these lowers back on. I've just packed the inside of the seals with some grease on the inside there. So let's get these in. That cable holder now. Hopefully I've got a replacement in here somewhere. It's not the same, but it should do it. Just clean this excess off. Right, let's see what these feel like. Feel alright. Let's just check the lockout. Nice. And there we have it. All finished. So them come up nice. Have to remove that sticky label. Not so good on this side, but still, they look alright. And they're working well as well. The lockout works. Nice and simple fix. Service. Just a light restoration. But if you found it useful or you enjoyed it, leave a like and a comment. And until next time, goodbye.